things took a wild turn last night.
Oh, and then Dunn and McDaniels have to be separated.
This has been brewing since the first half.
And just flipped at his coach while the Lakers are falling apart.
Dunn. No Laker defense. They were very tardy getting back.
They weren't tardy. They never did get back.
And we had a couple of more tight games in Philly and Orlando.
Shepard, the slot three. Yes! Reed Shepard! It's his world, and the rest of us are just living in it.
But we gotta start in Phoenix, where Luka, LeBron, and Reaves went up against the Suns role players. With no Booker or Brooks and Jalen Green still searching for his form, the Lakers were struggling to keep up.
Habit for the Lakers. Allen on its way. Brooks with 3 to shoot, with 2 to shoot. Green throws up the prayer, and he banks it in! Bank is open after hours.
And then the Lakers turn it over on the inbound pass.
And here they come again, another 3, O'Neal, look out! Look out! Timeout! For 11 on the evening. Jalen Green still trying to get acquainted with his new team. Tapped up and in.
The Suns took a double-digit lead in the second quarter, with the visitors looking like they already gave up. However, their big three offensive talent is off the charts, and all they need is a little bit of effort to beat anyone.
Still has the dribble, finds Reaves. Austin catch, shoot, got it! Ring it up! Great basketball. So it's coming here to Phoenix. LeBron with some steam! Recently he's been shooting 18% from 3. Doncic lob, there you go! Big fella, throw it down! Luka with the lob.
LA goes on a huge 25-4 run to completely turn this game around, and this dunk by Ayton was his only points of the night, just 24 hours after he said in the locker room that he ain't no Clint Capella and that the team is trying to turn him into that kind of a player. And Clint's response on his Instagram definitely weighs more now after Ayton's horrible stat line of 2 points, 4 rebounds, and team worst -24. Why am I saying all of this? Because the Lakers follow that amazing 10-minute stretch with a lethargic one. And not that DA is the only one to blame. Nah, the entire squad just shuts off.
Easing it into the front court with Reaves. Goes around 1, goes around 2, throws it up and misses. Ayton had it, Ayton has it, Ayton has it blocked. Loose basketball taken. Grayson Allen for 3. Got it. Extra 14. 3.5 to play here in the third. Stolen away again! Allen, another 3 attempts! Yes!
Phoenix responds with a 10-0 blitz to make it a 1-point game. And JJ is sick of seeing this. After the timeout, Luka weathers the storm a little bit with his 30th point of the night. But in the fourth quarter, the Suns' rampage continued.
15% from 3. Oh, backhand layup is good. Collin wants the 3, gets the 3, and 1. Still. Here we go, Iguodala!
The Lakers were slow running, making rotations, leaving the Suns with some wide open looks, which they knew how to punish.
Wait for Luke. And it falls right into the lap of Fleming. Or Royce O'Neal rather, and done. No Laker defense! They were very tardy getting back. Very tardy.
They weren't tardy. They never did get back.
The Lakers commentator said it best. I mean, they were just dragging back on defense. This capped off an electric 13-0 run which got the Suns up by 10 points. Redick had enough of Ayton and sat him down for the rest of the night. And if it wasn't for Doncic's hero ball, the game would have been over by this point.
Luka back and forth he goes. Now shoots a 3. Again! Luka Magic!
Jake slapped it free,
Yes,
forced the turnover.
Leads the Lakers in steals, does Laravia. Luka again! The Don!
There's some Luka Magic for y'all. With 9 consecutive points, he brought LA right back in this thing. He's always turned up against the Suns, but he's no match for Collin Gilespie on the other end.
O'Neal.
Space.
Yeah.
Space.
Gillespie again. Got it.
Space.
Got it.
Collin gets Luka in the air before swishing his 6th three-pointer of the night. 13 of his 21 points came when it mattered the most. And Doncic finally got some help in the clutch.
Trying to get to the rim. Here he goes. All the way. Can't score. Ah, Jake is right there to follow. Lakers can tie with a 3, get to within 1 with a deuce. Here is Reaves for the tie! For the tie!
Stone Cold Reaves ties the game, but on the other side we get another blatant example of LA's poor defense.
Now it's Luka on Grayson Allen. Kick it, driving, Allen again, open for 3, he's gonna miss it. Rebound, O'Neal scores!
Luka and Austin were like little kids first meeting the game of basketball, running around seconds late after the play. Up 2 with time winding down, the Suns weren't much better either.
Let's get a quick 2 for 1, which you're not going to get. Now Marcus Smart, he attacks, goes all the way, can't score. LeBron with the follow. LeBron follows for a 110 game.
Smart misses the point-blank layup, but luckily James is there for the putback, tying the game once again. But Phoenix has the last possession and a chance to send the crowd into a delirium.
With 7, Allen working on Luka. Allen all the way, kick, corner, O'Neal, got it! Got it with .9. Ball movement by Phoenix was impeccable.
It really was.
Royce O'Neal hits the dagger with .9 on the clock on a perfect execution by Grayson Allen, who got Luka on the switch, blow by, double team, kick out, swing, splash. Amazing! And the Lakers actually had a decent shot to send the game into overtime, but AR misses the corner 3 and the celebration can begin. This was the second straight thriller game that LA lost, dropping to 2-5 in their last 7 meetings. Moving on to Intuit Dome, where tension started flaring between the Clippers and the Wolves.
Here's Mathurin's got some space. And he runs right into Jaden McDaniels and draws the foul. Oh, and then Dunn and McDaniels have to be separated.
This has been brewing since the first half.
Well, Dunn kind of made a beeline right to McDaniels.
McDaniels grabbed Mathurin by the jersey and slammed him on the floor. Being the team's enforcer, Kris Dunn immediately stepped in and Ben's defense and things got heated. The scuffle ended quickly and the Clippers continued defying the odds without Kawhi Leonard on the floor.
Dunn to Derrick Jones Jr. That was emphatic. Kobe Sanders spins on Randle. Got the finish with the left hand. Doncic. Pressure by Randle. DiVincenzo helps, but then that leaves his man wide open.
The Clips were up 5 heading into the 4th when the Wolves realized it's time to take things seriously.
He's got 20 points, 9 of 16 shooting. Off the Rudy screen, looking to attack. Drives in, finishes with the right hand. Quarter going from down 5, and Jaden knocks it free. He's got it up in the front court. To Naz, yeah! Packed it for 2. No turnover.
They've been really aggressive in those step-ups along the sideline as Naz Reid gets...
Oh my goodness, a double clutch.
Naz Reid ignited the spark off the bench, putting Minny up by 4 points. However, the home team wasn't gonna give up just like that.
Rebound. Clippers looking to push. Derrick Jones Jr. scores it for 2. Drive done. That's Mathurin. Reverse layup is good. Comes Dante up top, Randle into the paint, stops, rises, shot blocked from behind.
Derrick Jones Jr. led his team with 18 points while keeping Randle to just 1 of 10 shooting. But when push came to shove, they couldn't contain the Ant-Man.
Now looking for Ant, clean look, catches it for 2.
It's just a huge shot.
Ant with it, far side against Kris Dunn. Setting him up for the step back perhaps, now in the corner, he's gonna let it fly. Oh! Clutch again for Anthony Edwards, right in front of his own bench.
Oooiiii Edwards knocks down what turned out to be the final nail in the coffin for the Clippers, and he's letting his coach know about it. What? I've never seen a player trash talk his own coach after a made bucket. That was hilarious. He scored 11 of his 31 points in the final period, securing the win in the clutch for a 2nd straight game. And he tried to explain his emotions afterwards.
I mean, because the play before, Finchie, when I took the mid-range over 2, he was like, pass the ball. And, you know, I just told him, like, you don't want me to pass the ball, you want me to shoot it.
This guy is a national treasure, and so is KD for the Rockets.
Running a lot of flare screen. I actually like that action. Durant spins himself into 2 more. He mentioned that Durant one-on-one. Got it to go. switch. Durant working on black. He'll spin and shoot over the top and score. So I mentioned how
Suggs, Carter Jr., Black, it didn't matter who was in front of him, Durant was balling. But the Rockets were somehow trailing by 19 points in the middle of the third period.
And Durant, and they sent 2 on Shepherd, gets turned over, and Banchero flies the other way.
Houston desperately needed another scoring option besides KD. Entering Reed Shepherd.
Ford, Durant, off the pick. Off in the corner, that's the first 3 for Reed Shepherd. Durant spinning on Suggs, falls down again, kicks it to Okogie, the extra pass to Easton, works baseline, comes on to skip to Shepherd, same spot, same result. Couple of threes in this run. Oh, looking for another one. Got it! Got it! 16 straight, his third 3 in this run.
He indeed looked like Cocaine Curry for a couple of minutes. 3 straight bombs from deep to cut the lead to just 3 points. And since we mentioned Clint Capella previously, I gotta show you this sequence of him getting the block on one end and the dunk on the other. The Lakers can only wish for Ayton to be disengaged. Anyway, the Rockets resumed the comeback and even took over the lead before heading into the fourth.
In on the break. Here's Kevin Durant, he'll attack Isaac right to his body, lays it up and in, plus the foul!
KD finishes the end one, capping off a gigantic 21-0 stretch for the Rockets in less than 4 minutes. That's crazy. And after coming all the way back from down 19, the Slim Reaper wasn't gonna let this one slip away.
Durant pulls up, scores.
Monster shot there from Durant.
One-on-one with Carter, shoots for 3. Got it!
Goodness!
And that's 32,000 career points. Got 30, by the way, his 4th 30-point game in his last 6 games. Durant, the turnaround again contested. 36 for KD.
He was a cheat code, but the Magic were still hanging around. So to finish them off, he had to trust his teammates.
To Şengün.
There you go. There's some indecision finally from the Magic, and Durant burns them. Keep it moving.
Yep. Şengün now going at Carter, backs him down, comes into the lane, goes to the glass, and gets it to roll through.
Great possession.
Turned back by Carter. Up top to Shepherd, he's open, the 3 is in the air, and it's gone! He stuck it! Another 3 for Reed and Houston with their biggest lead of the night.
Shepherd and Şengün put Houston up by 6 in the clutch, but on the other end, they got some scary sights seeing Jabari Smith Jr. falling down with an injury, and he left the game limping. That's another huge blow to their already depleted roster. Nevertheless, Reed Shepherd made sure to ease the pain a little bit.
2 on Durant, to Şengün, to Shepherd, the slot 3. Yes! Reed Shepherd! It's his world! And the rest of us are just living in it!
The sophomore was crucial in the win last night, scoring 17 of his 20 points in the second half on 64% efficiency off the bench. And Durant was loving it. Philly fans loved seeing Embiid and Maxey ball out together as well.
Double comes from Mitchell, he spins away from it, and running on the weak side. Love the effort that he puts in. Maxey has tied Allen Iverson for the franchise record in 8 threes. It's Maxey for the record. Yes, sir!
Tyrese with 21 and 11 and Joel with 26 and 11 led their team against the Heat, and it was the big fella who nailed the dagger at the end, which triggered an unusual chain of events.
Tyrese the driving kick, Embiid for 3!
Well, we weren't sure if he was going to finish this game, and he might have just finished it right there.
JoJo hits the clutch 3, raises his hand in the air to celebrate, and then winces down in pain. He must be the first guy in NBA history to hurt himself while doing the celly. Thankfully, the commentators explained the whole situation.
Celebrates and then realizes that his rib hurts a little bit mid-celebration.
He's like, all right, I got kneed in the ribs in the first quarter. Okay, but I'm the process, everybody.
And since when are the Hornets casually blowing away weaker teams?
3 in a row for the con man.
They've already made 8 so far tonight.
Make it 9. Hornets are on pace to get 25 threes for the 3rd straight game. Knipple! A triple!
Knipple was in his usual bag, draining 8 threes out of 12 attempts, officially surpassing Keegan Murray for most threes by a rookie ever. And Brandon Miller was in his bag as well.
Brandon, that was a committed three-pointer.
Ball went in with authority.
Shot clock 30 down to 3. So soft. Good golly. Oh, yeah. Brandon, maybe a heat check.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yes! Looking like Paul George did a decade ago in this building.
Brandon caught a heat check for 19 of his 33 points in the third quarter. They were sizzling hot. Matter of fact, the Hornets are second in the league for made threes and third in percentages. That's elite. And speaking of that, the Spurs are playing like the cream of the crop at the moment.
Castle flies high and dunks again. He put him in the dungeon. Castle looking for somebody, Champagny, who decides to shoot and rattles home a three. The Brooklyn kid's on the board. Devin, can he respond? Throw it up for Wemby.
With so many guys that could go off at any given night, it was Julian Champagny who led 7 players in double figures with 26 points. And the Spurs dominated the Nets from start to finish, winning their 11th game in a row. This comes just a day after Wemby was struggling to find his rhythm against the Raptors, who seem to have found his weakness. I explained all about it in this video right here. Check it out and talk to you in the next one. Peace out.